right guys, if this video gets 50 likes or I get 10 more subscribers to make it 105 over 100, I plan on getting 100 in August 1st, but it's not gonna happen. Anyway, I will teach my girlfriend how to drive my car, and she's never done it before. We've taught her how to drive dirt bike. She learned on my buddy's Jack's little pit bike, and she was just on it, took off. She did perfectly just fine until she started shifting. She's just not even clutching, just straight gear, just ripping. You just hear it clunk and just clunk, clunk. It's funny, but she did good. Anyway, I'll teach her how to drive my car. I'll make another video. So please smash that like button, subscribe, comment, and share this video, and enjoy the video, guys. So the word on the street is you came here because you want to learn how to drive a manual, right? Well, in all honesty, your best case to learn how to drive a manual isn't just searching up how on YouTube. Yeah, you could do as many videos as you want. You could watch 100 to a million videos of how to drive a manual on YouTube. But the best way to actually learn how to drive a manual is go into an empty parking lot, with someone that you know that knows how to drive a manual and owns a manual, or you might own one, but you don't know how to drive it yet. So go to an empty parking lot like I just showed you and just practice. So what you're gonna do, try and find it to where it's like relatively level. I mean, this has a little slight slope heading down this way towards this cornfield behind me, but it's the best I could do. Car's in neutral, and we got the 3 pedals: gas, brake, clutch. So what I like to tell people is when driving a manual, first and reverse is always the hardest, but when you start off, don't even try and worry about giving it gas. With these newer vehicles, the clutches are super easy. These manuals are super easy to drive now. Very friendly with new drivers, especially with like this Focus. The new Mustangs are pretty easy to drive. Now when you get up into more sports cars, has a heavier clutch. But with this car, like this Focus, with the Mustangs, GT, and down, they're very easy to feel and know where the catch point is on the clutch. For example, you can see the RPMs up there, the clutch pedal here, and I'll try and pan over so you can see some foot on the brake, clutch in, first gear. Now watch my RPMs. Like, I'm moving right now. Like, it's, I don't know, we'll try it again. See what we got here. And I'm moving. So that little bit, that's all you really need to practice right now in the open parking lot. Understanding where that release point is. Before you put any gas, just understand where that catch point is on that clutch. Now, in order to not wear out your clutch, you want to have as little friction as possible. So like doing this 24/7 at a stoplight or a stop sign is not good for your clutch. You're going to be wearing that son of a gun out. It's not good. You're going to be putting a bunch of money into it. So once you understand that concept of finding where that catch point is, that release point, then you can start applying a little bit of gas. And it's not like a whole bunch. Like some people are like, all right, keep the RPMs at 2,000 RPM and then start releasing the clutch and it'll drop as it starts to catch in the gear and everything. Like, I mean, you can, but you're wearing the clutch. It's an excessive amount of wear that you really don't need. Like here, go again, clutch in, moving, gas, and we're off. Like, it's very easy to do. Don't get discouraged, especially if this is your first time going to be trying to drive a manual. It's really not something to get worked up about. Like, you'll get it eventually. It might not be the first time you drive it, might not be the second, but the third day maybe you try driving a manual, you'll finally understand the concept and how to get it. Like my first time I learned in a 1999 or 2000 Toyota Corolla, and I was just dumping the clutch, doing burnouts or stalling like crazy. I mean, I still stall this when I first got it. Every car is different with the clutch also. That's the hardest part to get used to, is new clutches, or different cars have a different clutch. Like my buddy has a Focus ST. His clutch is different than mine. Same car, 2 years newer though, just different feeling of a clutch. Once you get first and reverse down, you're set. Once you move from first gear to second gear, foot off gas, clutch in, shift to second, release clutch, and back on the gas. You don't need to try and do the clutch gas with going from first to second to third. You can let off, you go clutch for first gear, now you're going to first, now you're going to second. Gas off, clutch in, put into second gear, release clutch as you're still going, and you're off the clutch now, and then you could put the gas on. You don't need to find that release point on the clutch and then gas. That'll also produce more wear on the clutch and cause you to rev high, and then you'll jerk, because once the clutch is disengaged, the gas is back on, your RPMs are up, then it's going to try and speed up that clutch, the transmission and everything, and that's going to cause you to jerk forward or jerk forward and back. So like I was saying, once you get first and reverse down, you're set. It's going to come natural. Now, when coming to a stop in your car, you can always downshift, rev match if you can. If you're just starting off, don't worry about it. Some cars, like my buddy, he has a 2016 Camaro SS, and he has active rev matching. He turns it on, and all he does is put the clutch in, shift to sixth to fifth to fourth, and it'll rev on its own as he goes into those gears, which is super nice. I'll try and make a video of that here soon. But anyway, you're going up to a stop sign or a stoplight, you can always put it in neutral if you're not comfortable with trying to rev match, which rev matching is when you're going from a higher gear to a lower gear. So say I'm in fourth going to third, you're in fourth, go to third, you'll rev it up and then clutch in and go to second or the third gear, and then so on and so forth, third to second, you'll clutch in, rev up, put it in second gear where you think that the RPMs are going to go. That's where you're trying to match the rev of the engine to the motion of the transmission in that gear. We'll probably try and make another video of that. I'm okay at it, not the best. There's a lot of better people at it, but like I'm saying with this concept of driving a manual, you have to practice at it. You practice rev matching, you practice driving a manual. That's how you get better. Not a very long video, just a tutorial. The best way to get better is to do it yourself. Go into an open parking lot and practice. Just practice finding that release point on the clutch, same as if you're driving a motorcycle. That's how I learned how to ride a motorcycle or a dirt bike. You find the release point on the clutch. Once you find that and you feel confident, not overconfident, because then you're going to start stalling and then you get discouraged. You put it in first, clutch in, release clutch a little, gas, release clutch a little, and gas, and then you're set. And then same as reverse, clutch in, a little bit of gas, and then you can just coast. Now that being said, go out, practice guys, have fun with it, be safe. Thank you for watching, and if you do, like, subscribe, and share to this channel. I think I'm gonna do something different. If we hit, anyway, like I was saying, 50 likes, 105 subscribers, doesn't matter when the time frame is, not giving it an end goal, just once we hit that, that's when I'm gonna teach my girlfriend how to drive a stick, and she's probably gonna love it. She's gonna try and get this video as many likes and subscribers as she can as quickly as possible, because she's been talking about it ever since I got the car. She's always wanted to learn how to drive a manual. I just am a little hesitant on it, but I mean, it's a car, things are gonna happen, things are gonna break, you're gonna have to replace them. So Might as well teach her for the future. If she wants to get one in the future, she'll know how. So thanks, guys.